What is a DUI slip? I don't even know what that means. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is like something that's trending. So I don't know if you guys saw the trending stuff right now that says having a boyfriend is embarrassing. Y'all saw that? It was like a magazine article or something that came up. I believe it was like British Vogue or something that basically said having a boyfriend right now is super embarrassing. I'm curious how you all think about, what do you think about that? Me personally, I get what the article is saying. Okay, it was Vogue. Thank you, Peyton. Y'all are seeing this being trendy, right? Like people are talking about this. Oh, okay. So Linda Lee. Yes, my sweater is buttoned this way on purpose. This is how it's meant to be worn. I don't know how many times I got to say that, but thank y'all for looking out for me. But okay, yes, having a boyfriend is embarrassing now. That's crazy. What I think they're trying to say is basically like centering yourself around having a man, especially on social media and showing the world to others, I think is now becoming like not as cool. Yeah, I remember back in the day, like it was very cool to like, be my man, showing him all the couples things, this and that. But now it's all about, it's all about literally just being who you are, without it being attached to a man. So, yeah. Mason, can I ask why you're so mean? You know what's funny? Like, I don't think I'm a mean person. I do think I'm a very honest person. And I do think that sometimes people that are not used to honesty and direct communication take that as being mean when I don't think it is. Yeah. I think, yeah, very honest. So I am a very honest person, but yeah, I'm not mean. But I never, ever proclaim to be, what is it called? Like a nice person. I don't think, well, I know some people that think they're nice people. I don't think I'm a nice person. I think I'm a kind person. Kind people and nice people are two different things. I do think a lot of nice people let people walk all over them sometimes. I think a lot of nice people, they bite their tongue when it comes to certain things that happen. I'm not that girl. But yeah. Anyway, so the boyfriend thing. So I just think it's basically just a vibe now. So basically it's all about women's empowerment. You don't have to have a man to be shown on your page, to be whatever. You just do what you want to do and have a good time. H, thank you. You're so sweet. I believe so. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. I respect it. TTS Tim Tim, period. No facts. I have not taken one sip of my drink. I am drinking my drink. So my drink is a McTeeny, which is actually, it's like my take on, it's like my take on to make it super sweet. It's good. Okay. I'll actually drop the recipe when I can. Like when I'm done with the live, I'll post the video and put the recipe in it. It's really good. Like if you like, I will say this, if you like espresso martinis, yes. If you like a little coffee, yes, you'll love it. But you have to like sweet espresso martinis. It's not the strong 100% coffee based martini. Yeah, I'm a Reese's Pieces person for sure. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I did my weekend recap, what's trending. Anything else that you guys want to talk about before we get into the Big Brother stuff? I'm gonna get to it, of course, but what's trending that you guys have been talking about or about? Because I'm curious too. One thing I don't know, I'm not super hip to everything that's going on. Like I am on social media, but I am not on social media, if that makes sense. There's a big difference. Like I'm not heavily invested in it, meaning like I'm not paying attention to a lot of stuff that happens. Like most things that I see happen, or I'm sorry, that I know of that happen, people have to tag me or send it to me for me to kind of understand. No, I don't know what the 6-7 thing was. I still don't know what that is at all. So yeah, but yeah, tell me what you guys know. So either we can sip it, if there's any other tea to sip, or we can be done with it. What does 6-7 mean? But what does it mean? okay, Kayla Nicole's Taylor Swift. This is some sipping it. Yes. Okay. Okay, y'all hear me out. I don't care what nobody say. Kayla Nicole is a bad girl. That girl is bad, okay? And she knows she's bad. And that's what I love. I love that. I love a woman that is confidently herself without having to explain to anybody why she chooses to move the way she moves. That's why I rock with her. Her video, the Halloween costume, I am a big advocate of saying a lot without having to say too much at all. And she did exactly that. I think it's really interesting how, and I love Taylor Swift. I love her music. I'm a big fan. But I think it's so interesting how like Kayla Nicole is still like a topic of discussion for a woman who has the man. You know what I mean? Like, you got the man, you got the ring, you have him, he's with you. Like, don't even look her way. You know what I'm saying? Don't look my way. Why are you thinking about me? Why are you talking about me? Why am I a concern? So like, that's how I feel about that. I think that's insane personally. But Kayla is a baddie. Her body is tea. Everything she does is tea. And I think that's probably what bothers you know who the most. I do think Travis is probably still in love with Kayla. Let's be honest. I think so. Like, come on now. I'm in love with Kayla. Like, seriously. Like, I'm like, what? She's gorgeous. She's a gorgeous girl. Yeah, Kayla has people talking and I love it. I'm obsessed. So that's one thing for sure. For her to still be a trending topic, a topic of discussion, and she's not even attached to the situation, goodbye. All right, so yeah, I'm sipping to that one. So we didn't skip that one. Okay, we'll do one more. What else is trending, y'all? Give me another trending topic. Who was Kayla? Kayla Nicole. Kayla Nicole is Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. Happy birthday, Ava. Ooh, Olandria and Huda. You know what's funny? Or Huda. I don't know how to pronounce it. I apologize if I messed it up. I didn't watch Love Island, but I do follow Olandria because she's literally such a beautiful woman. So for those of you that just joined, we're talking about trending topics right now that are not BB related. And then the next topic we're going to talk about is BBT. So, but yeah, Olandria and Huda. I do think it's really sad, like that what was said about her, and I think it's kind of messed up. Like, I do. Even like when it comes to like racial slurs and just things of that nature, like I don't tolerate that personally. And I feel like anyone that advocates for a woman of color or any of that, you shouldn't tolerate it either. So like if I'm with someone and they're like saying something about someone else, like that's a no. That's not cool. Would I go on Love Island? No. I would not. First of all, no. Because, y'all, on Love Island, all they do is have sex, right? Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it's all about, like, hooking up, having sex. Listen, that's not going to be for me. I can't do that. Tell me if I'm wrong. But it's giving, like, they on there, having sex and hooking up, right? Or no? Oh, Corey said no. Oh, it's like a kissing. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, then if that's the case, I didn't know that. It's like, hooking up and kissing. I don't think I would mind kissing people, but yeah, no, the intimacy is wrong. But I am in a relationship, so let me put that first. But if I was single, I don't know if I would do Love Island. Love Island seems like a good time, though. I would love to explore another country because y'all know I love to travel. Oh, you don't have to hook up. Okay. Period. Okay, Amazing Race, yes. Amazing Race is some tea. Uh-oh. Amazing Race is definitely some tea. I would do Amazing Race for sure. Yes. Okay, well, I'll sip to that. I like that. The challenge? Ooh. Okay, I would definitely do House of Villains. Be real. Y'all know me all too well to know that I would definitely do House of Villains. For sure, for sure. Absolutely. That's my British accent. All right, so basically, all right, any other trending topics? Can you explain why you thought Riley looked like Brad Pitt? You know what's funny? Oh, okay, whoever said that, can you save that for me for a second? And bring it back up in a second when I do the BBT. Yes, my shirt is buttoned. My shirt is not buttoned wrong. That is the way that the shirt is. It is meant to be like that. Oh, the challenge. Sorry, I forgot. So the challenge, the thing about it is the challenge is, it just seems like very physical. Because I do know there was like a story or something. I've never actually watched the challenge, but I did see like some YouTube videos of the girl, the young lady who hurt herself. Like she was doing like a slingshot or something and it hit her in her face. And like obviously it damaged her face. Of course it was repaired, but I do know that she was disqualified or she lost because of that. I wouldn't like that personally. Oh, that was Olivia from Love Island. Oh, so she was on challenge as well. Okay. No, that's scary, you know, because it's like you're putting your body and your health at risk potentially for those different challenges. So I think that would potentially scare me a little bit. Now, I'm not one to turn down like a really dope opportunity. Okay. Hey, Peyton. Oh, she was on both shows. That's crazy. I mean, that's dope for her. I didn't watch Mariah Carey's It's Time video. Did it already come out? I thought it was, oh, it probably is time. I love Mariah Carey, actually. All right, next topics. All right, BBT. Oof. BBT. What is it? 7:30. Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll start. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy. But what's the first question? I did watch Tamar. Listen, we can talk about that too at some point because listen. What's my favorite holiday? I think Thanksgiving. I'm a big foodie. I love to eat. And I love to cook. Fun fact, in the Big Brother house, I did a lot of the cooking, as well as Rachel and Morgan. Okay, hold on, wait. Tell us about the confusion on the hat. Okay, got it. So, the hat situation. So, I was gifted 2 hats prior to going into the Big Brother house by someone that I was obviously, you know, casually hanging out with. And they gifted the hats and they were like, yeah, you know, this is from X, Y, and Z's brand. It's good because they were on the show. I'm like, okay, that's super dope. So I was familiar with the brand. I'm like, of course, like I really love to support Black-owned businesses, whatever. So when I went into the house, I talked about the hats because I was trying to obviously pay homage to the brand that I thought it was a part of. And I did not say who I got them from because the person that I got back into a relationship with prior to going into the house would have known that they came from that person, if that makes sense. So that's why I said that I got them myself, to not include that person, to not create any confusion. But I didn't know that they weren't from her brand. And I actually talked to her, we reached out to her, and I inquired about 2 hats that I wanted. She said that they're out of order. So once they are in order, I'm supposed to be purchasing them. So that's pretty much it. That's where that confusion came from. Do I like Carnu? I don't know who Carnu is. Sorry. Have I seen One Tree Hill? Yes. That I like the barbecue slop Rachel made. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't the best. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world because I mean, slop, to be honest, is actually disgusting. But what I would do was I would make wings. It wasn't barbecue wings, but I would make lemon pepper wings. I would make lemon pepper wings for the people in the house when I was on slop. I was cooking for people when I was still on slop and I couldn't even eat it. So I would make food for them and then I would use the sauce that I made for the wings to put on top of my slop to give it a little bit more of a zing or a better taste. And that's how I was able to stomach the slop, because slop does not taste like oatmeal. Slop tastes worse than oatmeal because I love oatmeal. How did Big Brother make the drinks? Because y'all's mouths to foam. Sorry, hold on. Because y'all's mouths to foam in the wine to die challenge. Okay. So it was some type of chemical that was in the bottle. So what you guys didn't see is like in between us having to drink. So we would drink the wine and then we had to drink another little vial and pour that into our mouth as well. And then they would run the scene. And then whoever had the wine that had something that ignited whatever was in the other separate vial, that's when it would foam, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Did you guys ever get to watch TV? No. You don't watch TV. You don't have any access to any. Well, okay, I'm sorry. There was one time where Keanu won the veto, and he was allowed to watch like a premiere of some cartoon movie that came out. So that if that counts, then yes. Can you bake slop to make it a cookie texture? I'm actually not sure. I'm sure you could. I'm really sure you could. I never did that. Did you like Julie's outfits this season? Jimmy has his many opinions on them. I actually love Julie's outfits. Julie can dress, in my opinion. Julie definitely can dress. That is one person that I do think she has a lot of fashion sense, or whoever's dressing her. I don't know if it's her or if she has a team that is picking her outfits, but I did like the way she dressed. Her heels were high as H-E-L-L, okay? And some of her heels, I'm like, girl, I could never. Like when we first, it's funny. So the first challenge that you guys saw us do when we moved into the house, which obviously wasn't really the first day, but whatever. The outfit that she had on and those heels, I don't know if you guys saw, those heels were like tall because there was one shoe that was left, you know, because she got kidnapped or whatever. And so she's like walking around like with just one shoe on when we finally found her in the little room where Zach won that challenge. And the difference between her like stepping up and down because she only had one heel on was crazy to me. Julie's a baddie. Hi, Audrey and Joe. Okay. Oh my goodness, y'all are going fast. Honestly, how long does it take your hairdresser to do what they do? Because your hair looks so good. So my hairdresser, she's actually a loctician. And she's called a loctician because I have locks. And so it's like a specialty hairdresser. And my hair takes about, I maybe say like 4 hours or so to get my hair done. Because like I go in and I always do like a deep conditioner. I think I saw someone ask, do I condition my hair? Yes. I do a deep conditioner. Then obviously I have to do, you know, all the maintenance. If I'm getting like a retouch on my color or something, that takes a lot longer. Then obviously it takes my hair forever to dry under the dryer because my hair is so thick and I have so much of it. So that adds a lot of process. And then even just the styling part takes a little bit too. Because obviously you have to go to each lock and retwist it at its root. And then depending on what style I get, so when I get the lock bob, she has to twist each or twist 2 locks together. And then she has to pin up, excuse me. She has to pin up the lock bob and then make sure that it's like even. Because the goal is to make it look like a bob. You know, like when women go into the salon and they cut their hair, the goal is to make it look like that. So obviously it takes time for her to make sure that they're all even and symmetrical and make sense. Oh my God, okay. Who's your favorite Big Brother player of all time? Tiffany, definitely from the Cookout. Jeez. Thoughts on Keanu's locks? I like Keanu's hair. I helped him retwist it a couple of times in the house. How long have I been having my locks? I've had my locks. My anniversary for my locks is in February or October. Oh no, my Atlanta anniversary is February. So then my lock anniversary is October. So then I've had my locks for 6 years as of last month. Favorite restaurants around Atlanta. My favorite restaurant in Atlanta would have to be Poor Calvin's. It's really good. It's like an Asian fusion type restaurant. I love Grana or Grana. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's like Italian. It's really good. Ooh, Rathburn. It's a steakhouse. House. Delicious. They have these lobster bites. Absolutely. And then CNS Grill or CNS Seafood Grill. They have char-grilled oysters that are top tier, and I'm obsessed with them. And I'm trying to think who has the best lychee martini. Oh, I kind of also like their lychee martini is okay. I'll leave it at that. Those are good ones. Let's see. Thoughts on T-Core saying she never met me? That's accurate. I've never met T-Core. I've been to somewhere that she's been. Like I've seen her. 6 years you've been so loyal to the locks. Yeah, actually I've cut my hair before. Have you talked to Ashley since her TikTok? No, I have not. Not at all. I have been to Old Lady Gang, but Old Lady Gang is closed now. I thought that they shut Old Lady Gang down. The difference between kind people and oh, one of the locations is closed. I thought both were closed. Well, yeah. Who do you talk to the most from your cast, if anyone? I talk to Zach the most. He and I both are Peaches from the A, of course. He and I actually talked today. So I talk to him a lot. Would you ever move from Atlanta? Pros and cons. Hold on. Dang, you guys are going fast. Pros and cons of the city. I would definitely move from Atlanta, but if I moved from Atlanta, it would be to move abroad. So I don't know if you guys do or don't know this about me, but I did live abroad for about 6 years prior to living in Atlanta. So I lived in Munich, Germany, Antalya, Turkey, and Cardiff, Wales. So I do love the abroad movement, and that's something I would actually revisit at some point. The Brad Pitt comment. I saw it somewhere. So, no, I was never in the military. No, so before I became an event planner or event curator, I used to be a senior global project manager for a German company. And so I worked with them on a project to develop a ordering system called MSMO 2.0. And so I went abroad to help work on that. And I stayed over there for a long time before we brought it to the US. That's kind of how a lot of people are always like, oh my gosh, why are you so well traveled? Because I've been to 29 different countries. And when I lived in the UK, I traveled a lot. And I still travel a lot, obviously. I went to 3 countries last week, but I'm big on traveling. So if I did move abroad or I left Atlanta, it would definitely be to move out of the country. Like I'm looking at Ghana. I think a goal for me within the next 2 to 3 years, I would do want to buy some property in Ghana. If not property, then land, and then potentially build. That's kind of what I'm working towards right now. So fingers crossed, guys. Okay, let's see what else. Hey, Ella. Y'all are going so fast. Do you stand by your comments that you made about Ashley? So you know what? I don't mind talking about this actually. So I don't think I necessarily made comments specifically about Ashley. I think I made comments about my experience in the house. But in my video that I made where I basically just made sure that I clarified the meaning behind what I was saying, no way, shape, or form was I taking away from anyone's blackness or even trying to target or specifically mention anybody. I could easily drop names about the people who obviously created the experience that I had, but I choose not to just because I don't think that's very relevant. But my experience has nothing to do with one particular person. My experience is all about me. So, no, I didn't say Ashley wasn't a real black woman. That's nothing that I ever said. I said that I felt like I was the only traditional black woman in the house, which I later still corrected and said that I felt like I was the only one that was stereotyped. So, thanks, Peyton. Why did I say Riley looked like Brad Pitt? Okay, so here's a little tea behind this, okay? Listen, so it's the first day. They bring you into the DR, right? Not only have you literally been talking to people for hours and hours and hours, voice is almost gone. Can't even think straight because they don't let you go to sleep. I don't think we went to sleep the first day we got into the house until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because they would not let us go to bed. They bring you to the DR and they're asking you questions about the people in the house. You barely even know their names. You've seen glimpses of them and everything else, right? So they're spitfiring different things about different people. What do you think of this person? What do you think of this person? What do you think of this person? And like you're trying to keep up with what they're saying. Riley's name came up and I'm like, oh, like he looks like a Western Brad Pitt or whatever. That is me being very nice. And not to say that he doesn't look like Brad Pitt or he does or whatever. That's me being nice. Saying like, oh, like, yeah, he's a nice looking guy, a Western guy, whatever. That's me being nice. Or I would say me being kind. Here we go. That's me being kind. Do I think that he and Brad Pitt are like twins? That they can be doppelgangers? Absolutely not. But what was I going to say? Like, what do you expect me to say about him? If you didn't go home when you did, who would you have targeted? Ooh, good question. If I didn't go home when I went home, who would I have targeted? I think for me, the next person that I probably would have tried to get out, let's say I won HOH the next week. Let's say I didn't go home when I went home and I won HOH that following week. Who would have been on my block? I'm assuming that's your question. So who would have been on my block would have been probably Kelly, Vince, and third person more than likely, I'm trying to think. Maybe Ava. have a crush on Riley. I was just trying to be nice. I guess kind. I'm not gonna say nice because that's not what I was trying to do. Am I going on the Big Brother cruise? I'm not. So fun fact, y'all, I don't like Big Brother cruise. Not Big Brother. I don't like cruises. So I just got booked to do the Tom Joyner cruise that I just got off of. And the only reason I did that cruise is because they were paying very much so enough for me to go. And then also a lot of other artists that I am close with were on the ship as well. So Free, AJ, Tyrese, Mary, you know, other people that I actually know personally, they went on the cruise. So it made sense. So it was kind of like me hanging out with my friends, but also getting paid a hefty penny to be there. So that's why I did that. But no, I'm not going on the Big Brother cruise. I don't like cruises at all. Ooh. Were you y'all are going fast. Were you jealous of Ashley and Rachel's relationship? Honestly, no. I think Ashley and Rachel's relationship is perfect for them. And I'm happy that they were able to, like, you know, get close and I think have things in common, if anything. I don't think it bothered me at all. I think Rachel was cool, Ashley was cool, and I'm glad that they found each other. But no, I don't think I'm really jealous of anybody's relationship. I mean, it's a game for the most part. I don't think I would have put Lauren on the block. Nor Keanu. Actually, towards the end, I was actually wanting to work with Keanu. That's the thing. And what's funny is, in the beginning, I was wanting to work with Keanu. I was one of the only people that really was trying to advocate for him when everybody else was like, oh, no. But I actually did want to work with Keanu. And then it just turned to mush. Am I close with Lauren? I don't think I'm super close with Lauren, but I'm not close with Lauren, if that makes sense. So I'll see Lauren this week, which will be nice. But you have to keep in mind as well, like, some of us have really large age gaps, you know? So like in real life, you know, you're not really besties or super close with people that are like 10 years your, you know what I'm saying? Like 10 years your senior and so on and so forth. Were you in the music industry? Wait, hold on. Were you in the music industry at some point or something? No, I've never been in the music industry, but I do live in Atlanta, obviously. So Atlanta is the mecca of music and all those things. So I do know a lot of people here. And just because of my business. So I'm an entrepreneur. I own an event company that's based in Atlanta, but we do events in Charlotte, Houston, Dallas, Kansas City. We do events in Nigeria and here in Atlanta, of course. So, and I've been in the event industry for almost 7 years now. So I have a lot of different clients. So that has allowed me to meet a lot of people that are in the music industry. And that's allowed me to kind of connect with people. And then just being locked in Atlanta too. Do you talk to Rachel? Yes, I communicate with Rachel. Was it a plan to get rid of all the men? No, not at all. What's funny is I never, if it was a plan, I was not privy to that plan. I've never known anything about getting rid of any of the men. Ooh, y'all are going fast. Hold on. Were you born in Atlanta? No, I wasn't born in Atlanta. I am from Jacksonville, Florida originally, but I'm adopted by Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for a little bit now. What is your degree in? So I went to Dillard University. I have a degree, or I have an undergraduate degree in marketing. Did you enjoy OMF? I went and it was everything. Jordan, girl. I had a time at One Music Fest. So OMF means One Music Fest. So I literally got on a flight. So I flew in from New Orleans. So I went from Belize, Honduras, New Orleans to Atlanta. I landed and I immediately went to One Music Fest, okay? And my goal was mainly to just make sure that I caught Doechii. I wanted to catch Jagged Edge and Ludacris. And Ludacris did not disappoint. Ludacris brought out Fergie. And Fergie has not performed in like 7 years. 7 years. I've never forgot about Queen Fergie, okay? Because Fergie is that girl. But I always thought, like, dang, where the heck is Fergie at? Fergie popped out and she looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. He brought out Fergie. He brought out Jeezy. He brought out Usher. He brought out Chingy. Y'all remember the Chingy era? I used to love me some Chingy. Brought out Chingy. Who else did he bring out? He brought out Jadakiss. I don't know if you guys know Jadakiss. He brought out, who else did he bring out? Help me out. Bobby Valentino. LL Cool J. Listen, yes. One Music Fest was everything. Honestly, this might be my best One Music Fest. I wish he would have brought out Sierra. That would have been so fire. Oh, that would have been fire. Let's be real. That would have been so fire. Oh my God. See, oh my God, I miss Leon Thomas because I walked by him, but I didn't get to really watch him. But I heard that he did amazing because Leon Thomas has a voice. That man can sing, okay? Who is he? Ludacris. I don't watch baddies. No, I don't watch baddies, but maybe I should watch because everyone tells me I should. So just so you know, like, I don't watch a lot of TV at all. If I'm watching anything on TV, like even right now, like I watch like, it's like YouTube, but it's like music that's playing. And I watch a lot of like Martin, or I watch I Love Lucy. Who is your favorite artist? I'm assuming you're saying my favorite music artist. I'm obsessed with Burna Boy. Hey, Griffin. Do you talk to Will? I have not spoken to Will, no. Funny enough, Will's niece, I was out at a restaurant and Will's niece came up to me and she was like, oh my gosh, are you Mickey? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I'm Cliff's niece. And at first I'm like, who the heck is Cliff? But I forgot that that's Will's real name, Cliff or Clifton or something. And I'm like, oh, hey, you know, and we took a picture and she said she sent it to him and stuff, but no, we have not spoken to each other. Someone said to not get into baddies. It's not my vibe. Okay. Who were your HOH music choices? Burna Boy. I love Afro beats, guys. So my best friend, she's Nigerian, and we've been best friends for forever. And I was engaged before. My previous fiance, he is Nigerian as well. And I'll be honest, majority of my previous relationships are Nigerian men. So I'm kind of like locked in on all of that stuff. But I love the vibes. Have I watched my season? I have not. I have not watched my season. And to be honest, I don't think I will. Here's my thing. Like, I lived the experience. Like, I was there firsthand. Like, I know exactly what happened from beginning to end, front to back. And even in the moments where, you know, that are not televised, when we get put into lockdown and we're talking about all types of things and people's true personalities show in those moments, I remember all of that. So for me to sit down and literally watch it again from the beginning to the end, that would be a huge investment on top of the investment that I've already given on being in there, you know? And the way that I live my life, I'm a very busy girl. So for me to sit down and watch a full season after I've already been on it would be insane. Unless I'm like, I don't know, I'd have to be on bed rest to probably watch it. What were your biggest surprise? Ooh, that was a good one. Please watch it. No, I'm not watching it. What were your biggest surprises after coming out of the house? My biggest surprise for me personally was the freaking lemonade stuff. That was so annoying because I'm like, yo, that lemonade was mine. And everybody and their mama was like, oh my gosh, she's drinking out of the jar. She's drinking out of the jar. It's like, let's be real. If you know, you know. They were not giving us any good name brand stuff in that house. Simply Lemonade. You all know the price difference between the Great Value or the store brand lemonade versus the Simply Lemonades. It's a little different, right? And Big Brother was not paying this, okay, for the whole house to have. Anything that was considered nice or a luxury item was stuff that you had to ask for your HOH. And what's funny is my HOH lemonade, someone drank it. Someone drank the lemonade. It was 2 lemonades. So I had to ask the DR, which is obviously the diary room for those who don't know. I had to ask them for, ooh, someone saw me at Whole Foods today. Yeah, I was at Whole Foods today. Hey. But yeah, you only get the generic stuff for the entire house. So for you to get the branded, the name brand items, that's HOH only. And so I had to tell the DR like, hey, my lemonade is missing. And they're like, oh, like, we'll replace it. So then I got a new jug, and that was the jug I was drinking out of, because I'm like, okay, whoever stole my lemonade, whoever drank all of the lemonade, This time I'm going to drink out of it. Like, I'm drinking out of it. So if you do come in here and snatch it with all the glory that God gave me, all in these germs. Okay. That was my mindset, because it's like, it's mine. I'm going to drink it. So yeah, that's what happened with that. Why did the house stink? I think honestly that the house stank because of we had different people cleaning habits, some people washed their sheets and some people didn't, and some people bathed excessively and some people bathed every once in a while. I'm sure it's a mixture. Please love Jimmy again. I do love Jimmy. Yeah, it's not a real house. So there's like no ventilation. Like, it's a studio. So any and everything that happened in the house, whether it's like raw meat or just weird things, you smell everything. What foods did you request the most? Crab legs, which I never got. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Did I see what Ashley posted about me? I did not. Like I said, guys, I don't keep up with a lot of stuff, to be honest. At all. And it's okay for those that do keep up with that kind of stuff. That's totally fine. But I'll say the day that I start noticing all the things that people say about me online, that's the day that I don't know. I think I might be losing my touch and probably have nothing else to do. Y'all are going in. I did like the wine competition. The wine competition was fun. The little foaming stuff was disgusting. Thoughts on Lauren and Zach? I'm obsessed with Lauren and Zach. Personally, I love how much he loves on her. I think that's key, right? I think it tells a lot about like how much a man is like, I like this term called healthily obsessed. Like, we love a man that is healthily obsessed with a woman, right? Because you go above and beyond to make sure that she's happy. And I think there's a lot of men out there that find joy in just doing things for their women. And I can tell that he finds joy in doing things for her. And that means that he genuinely cares about her. There's some men that do things because they just feel like they have to do it. Like that it's like they're obligated to do it. But then there's men that literally, they have to go and do for the woman because it literally makes them feel so good. And that is what I can tell from whatever I've seen they have going on. And that I love. That's tea, okay? Clock it. Which house guests cleaned the most and which cleaned the least? So I would definitely say that Rachel cleaned the most, the absolute most. I would say the least, probably Will. I don't think Will ever cleaned. No shade, but I don't think I ever saw him clean anything. At all. Do you wish that you were on the jury given you were in the house? You know what? So I don't know if anyone's asked me this before. No. But I don't want to say I wish that I was in the jury. I will say this. I kept saying like, hey, or I kept praying prior to my eviction. Like, hey, God, like if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And I was really checked out probably about a couple of weeks prior to me getting evicted. And I felt like me leaving in that moment was for a specific reason. Because I feel like, honestly, if I would have made jury, it needed to be me actually winning, So I was grateful that I was able to come home because I came home for a second. My man surprised me with a surprise trip. We went out of the country. And then it was nice. It was a nice reset. It was nice to come back to my norm and to my village and just my life, So I think I would have hated having to sit in a jury house for weeks and not being able to get back into what I'm so appreciative of having, even just being able to unpack my house. I just bought a house. I would still probably be unpacking today if I had not, been evicted when I was evicted. So I'm just grateful for everything that happened and how it happened, because I do believe that every single thing happens for a specific reason. Whether it's something that we understand or we don't understand, maybe I'll understand it 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 30 days from now. But everything that happens, there's a purpose behind it. So do I work? Do I work? Yes, I work. I actually own an event company here in Atlanta, Georgia called the Mingle Experience. I do work. I work and yeah, I own real estate here in Atlanta. I have 6 homes that I run. I have renters, all of the things. So yes, I work. I've been working for a long time, but I'm not working right now currently, meaning like I'm not doing anything for the rest of the year. But I'll start getting back into events and all that stuff once January starts. Okay, well, I feel like we are coming to the end of this live. I promised I would do an hour every single Monday, Mixtator Monday style. So this was actually fun. I'm not even mad at it. So I will say this. I want to leave with, I don't know, like a reflection or something, or some type of something to give to people. So my biggest thing, or my biggest takeaway for this week for myself, and I'm going to say this to me, and maybe you guys can do it for yourselves, is my biggest pour, or my biggest statement or reflection for this week would be to pour into those that pour into you. That's it. Pour into those that pour into you. And always keep in mind that you are, keep in mind that you are the cocktail. You're the cocktail. You're not a garnish, and you're not an additive, right? You're the cocktail, right? So, meaning you are the main character in your story, and don't let anybody ever tell you different, period. So, that's all, guys. So, have an amazing week. Do great things, do dope stuff. I'm manifesting nothing but exceptional things over every single one of you all's lives. If you're applying for a job, if you're waiting for some good news, I pray that you get it this week. And hopefully I hear about it next week. But cheers. Thanks for coming to my first Mixtator Monday. I will be back again next Monday. Get your questions ready, because we definitely don't mind spilling the tea. And next Monday, actually, I'm going to do a story time about Big Brother, of course. So peace out, guys, and have an amazing week. I pray that it is nothing but fulfilling for all of you. Shout out to my Mixtators, and shout out to all my peaches in the A. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.